Okay guys, welcome to the Old Ultra Runner channel. Today I'm going to do a training update for the week ending today, June 20th, 2021. First, today I did 15 and a half miles. I actually did the first 12 or so on the treadmill and the rest on outside now in the middle of the afternoon when it's 95 degrees. But I'm going to show a little bit of footage for that and then I'll come back. Thanks. This week I have found it a little bit tough. I have had trouble getting out and getting on the road early in the morning, and it has been in the mid 90s every day here in North Texas, and after spending a week in Colorado where it was much cooler, highs maybe upper 70s, low 80s, it has been a little rough, probably more mentally than physically. But I've had trouble getting myself out the door. So this week I ran about 4.5 miles on Tuesday, a little about 3.1 on Wednesday, 3.1 on Thursday, and then today the 15 and a half. So ended up with probably a little over 26 miles running. But in addition to that, I had a little over 20 miles walking. And that included a really hard, little like an 8 mile, little over 8 mile uphill hike on my treadmill at 8 to 12% grade the whole time with my 20-pound weight vest. So I thought that was good training. So all told, I was in the mid 40s this week for total mileage. Not bad. I do want to up the running a bit coming up, but like I said, I don't really have races planned for the summer. I am planning to go to a couple Thursday night 5Ks this summer. I don't know which Thursdays I will go. I also am now really seriously thinking, I said I wasn't going to do anything long till the fall, but Wrath Racing, that puts on the Hula Loop series that I do each fall, the series of 6-hour races. They do 5 6-hour races in the fall, and they also put on Perpetual Motion, which I've done the 24-hour a couple times and the 12-hour once. They're putting on a race in August 6th through 8th. It's called the Wrath Texas Endurance Challenge. Now it's going to be blazing hot in August in Texas. We'll real often have highs around 100 at that time. It probably won't get much cooler than 80 at night. But race director has actually put this race on the last, I think, 8 years, but it's always just been a fat ass event, not a real event. And I have, I think, all but 1 year participated at least somewhat. I've never really gone the full 48 hours. It's, well, I've lived close enough to where I'll run for a while and then I'll go home and sleep and hang out. I've had a lot of years where I've had things I needed to do with the family. There's been other years where we've gone out of town. This year I believe I'll be in town. It's going to be at a new venue. It's actually going to be an official race. I am thinking about doing the 48-hour, and again, it's blazing hot. It won't be a top performance, but the race director has given out these cool painted bricks that say Wrath and 100 miles on them painted for if you hit 100 miles. And I would like to get one of those just to add to my collection. It sounds silly, but the way I would probably attack it is go try to run mostly at night, both the 2 nights, probably walk some during the day, and hopefully get to 100 miles. Not going to compete to win or anything. I just really would like to get one of those bricks. Anyway, I still haven't decided that 100%, but I'm kind of leaning toward doing that, even though I said I wasn't going to do any races till fall. Anyway, other than that, as a fan of running and track and field, I have been enjoying, starting Friday night, the coverage of the Olympic track and field trials. It started Friday. It's been on Friday, Saturday. It'll be on in the night, and there's going to be some coverage for the next week of that, and I really enjoy that. The other thing that was cool this week is the Steep Life Media, which is one of the channels that Jamil Curry, who owns Air Viper Running, also on Steep Life Media. They broadcast from 6 days in a dome. And Taggart Van Etten was attempting to break the 100-mile world record. It did not go his way. He did not break the record, but it was still a lot of fun as a fan of fixed time races. I got to watch some fixed time race coverage, so I really enjoyed that. I didn't watch it around the clock. It's not the most exciting thing, but it was fun to watch one of the sports that gets very little coverage that I enjoy doing get some coverage. And I really enjoyed also, I watched today they had the final hour coverage of the 48-hour race and the second day of 24-hour races. This coming up weekend, I'm looking forward to still more of the track and field trials, and I'm looking forward to Western States is supposed to have some live coverage. I don't really know exactly how that's going to happen, if it's going to be broadcast over the regular internet or if it's a YouTube feed or what. I need to look that up. But I did hear they are going to have some live coverage for pretty much the first time, live footage coverage. There has been some coverage that was done by different services that did had a live feed, like a chat, and they would give updates. And there was one year that, I guess the last year or year before, a couple years ago, there was a podcaster group that put on live like radio type coverage. This will be the first year with video coverage, so I'm looking forward to seeing some of that. Anyway, that's my update for the week. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please catch me on another one. Please like the video and keep moving.